going to do nothing. It's not going to go anywhere. If it starts moving, I'm out of here. I'm just telling you, I'm crawling over your ass like I'm out.
All those buttons start moving.
If that stuff starts moving,
like a whole Fantasia
she
thing.
gone. I'm gonna move.
You'll be just like the dead cat.
I'm gonna move quicker than your cats do. Oh my God, my friend and I went to New York one time, and they ask you if you want to gate check your bag, or if you want to carry it on.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to carry it on.
Yeah.
Because when I got off the plane in New York, I didn't want to have to wait for nothing.
Yeah.
So.
And you're probably only carrying like a little bag, right?
Well,
Not like a huge suitcase.
Well, no, because you can't. It's got to fit in overhead.
Yeah.
So we get on the thing. Well, everybody else decided they didn't want to gate check either. So when I got on it, there was nowhere to put my bag.
Right.
And I was not walking to the back of the plane searching for,
You know, and I think, I'm not a flyer, but I kind of think that's bullshit that people put stuff over top of your seat.
That's your seat.
Yeah.
So anyway, I shoved it underneath the seat in front of me because that's what they tell you to do.
Yeah.
So I did that as far as I could push it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 3 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some woman I don't know in the window, me in the middle, my friend on the end. And so when the stewardess is coming by checking everything, she admonished me about the bag. And I was like, well, they asked if I wanted to, and I didn't want to. And I'm thinking, she goes, well, it could be a danger to your seatmates. And I'm thinking to myself, no the hell it ain't. If this plane starts going down, that bitch is going to crawl over me. Right. She ain't going to wait. That is not going to stop her.
Right.
And if there's chaos, her foot being tangled up in my strap she ain't gonna care.
No.
She's gonna leap over me and be gone.
So, if this plane crashes, I don't really think that my bag is going to be the biggest problem that we have.
I had to shut my mouth because I was afraid she was going to kick me off the flight. But I'm thinking to myself, are you serious? Seriously. Oh.
I would say, well, if you would have told those bitches to take their own bags and put them over top of their own seat, then
I think I'm like you. I think that's crap.
Yeah.
You get to your seat and yours has got somebody else's over it, so you just turn around and put it over the one across from you,
right?
Which is not your seat. Anyway.
No, I don't think that's
so. Coming back, I don't mind gate checking because coming back, I'm not in a hurry to get home.
Right.
You know what I mean? Going, I'm in a hurry to get there.
Right.
Anyway, so whatever. All right, should we start? You think, since this is a knitting podcast and not a
flying podcast,
flying travel podcast?
Right.
Hold on one second. Let me whip my pistol.
Well, I wonder if Maisie would come out if she heard.
No, she hears me. She's not coming.
She loves when I whistle. I can't whistle very well, but
that's weird.
She likes the Andy Griffith song.
That's the one that had her head stuck through your knitting last night?
Yes, the one that was wearing my little bag as a cowl. And then she just laid down and went to sleep.
Weirdo. Cats are strange anyway.
They are.
Not like I'm saying something nobody knows. All right, are we ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. Not yet. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello. Welcome to the 28th episode of Full of Knit Podcast. My name is Susan.
I'm Karen.
And together,
we're full of knit.
Other things too, but for today's purpose.
Mostly knit.
But for today's purpose, knit. It is April 29th. Is that right? I think that's right.
29th.
Yep. So
that would have been cool, though, if it had been the 28th episode on the 28th.
Well,
I didn't think about that, or
I couldn't have done it anyway. I was cooking for 10 people yesterday.
Yikes.
So it's April 28th. 29th, episode 28. Now you got me all screwed up. It is 63 degrees today in New Bern. It's a little chilly. And have lot.
Yeah.
And this is a knitting podcast. So we're what halfway through our Taxes Tanker Tea Cow? We started on the 15th?
we just started, but it's till June 15th.
Yeah.
So we're like a third of the way.
A third of the way through. Okay. Yes. All right. If you don't know about that, check it out in the Ravelry group, where you can find us, Full of Knit Podcast in the Ravelry group. You can find me on
those things.
Ravelry and Instagram as NC Knitta.
And you can find me as the Havelock Zoo.
On those 2 platforms.
Yes. Or just everywhere. Just walk around asking for the Havelock Zoo. And
You were stupid.
especially if you come to Havelock and they'll be like, what? We don't have a zoo. What are you talking about?
Oh, that would be funny. That would be hilarious. Oh my God. How about if somebody searches for the Havelock Zoo on Google?
I know.
And Google just laughs at them. Are you kidding me?
Oh God, what if they put like a little pinpoint at my house?
Oh, that would be. Well, if they
Don't do that. Don't come to my house. I won't open
charge
the
an
door.
admission. Charge an admission. You never know. All right, let's get back to why we're really here. Okay, so I had a family member make a comment that for Muggles, it might be nice to say what an FO means or a whip or whatever our abbreviations are.
Right.
So, in the interest of not using up too many words, whenever we say FO, if Karen can put down what it equals, what it means at the bottom, then there we go. And I guess just make it a normal part. That way, if we have Muggles watching that don't know, or then they'll know what we're talking about.
Or new fiber artist people.
Right, who weren't familiar with terms.
Right, some of the terminology that we use. Yeah.
So that's a good idea. Thank you,
Well,
Myra.
that was a good idea because, you know, we don't think
Well,
about that.
I never thought
we
about it.
think that everybody knows what we know because we don't really know a lot. So
I drink and I know things.
I know. I know a lot more when I drink too, but
Yeah, it's all bullshit. But...
don't make no never mind.
Okay, so we're trying to lure one of the kitties in here. She almost made it over the threshold, but then she was like, nah, can't do it. Can't do it. Mm-mm. So I keep thinking that maybe she's going to make her way.
Who knows? She loves this room. She's the only cat out of the 3 that's allowed in here. And
well, it's only been a year.
Yeah. Well,
in 2 more years, she'll be in the room because it's been a year that she made it to the doorway.
Well, I mean, she actually has come in here and like looked at you. Oh, that's a lot more than a lot of people.
That's only because she was trapped in here last time.
Oh, that's true. Well, today she was looking in. She had like that 1 foot stuck out behind her like, oh, I gotta run.
I gotta go.
So anyhow, enough of the crazy cats.
Yep. Okay.
Let's start out with some FOs.
Yay. Which means
finished
objects. Finally, don't pass out.
Okay.
Don't y'all pass out that have been following us for a long time because you...
Deep cleansing breath.
Yeah. You know all about the saga of... I know. I finished my silver and gold socks. I knit these concurrently, and I have decided that I have tried all the tricks of not having the ladders. Mm-hmm. And I'm just now going to consider it to be, apparently it's a design element that I favor because I cannot find a way to be rid of them. I've done all the little Googling and all the little things that it tells you to do, and I can't find a way to make it happen. So it's just going to be my design element. So they're finished. I used Hope Knit Yarn Silver and Gold is the Christmas colorway from a couple of years ago that I got from her. The toes and cuffs are
socks, yeah.
Socks, yeah, in the malachite colorway. You can't see it on here, and you really can't see it in this light, but in the daylight, this is really, it's marled.
Is it?
Yeah.
I couldn't see it either.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have it in a different light. Yep. But anyway, they're finished. They're only, what, a year? A year I've been doing this.
A year and a half, because they were like your Christmas socks.
For last year.
Not this past Christmas, but 2017.
And I did Mina's heel.
Yeah.
GSW?
Yeah.
You know what she calls
GSH.
it? GSH.
GSW is gunshot wound.
Oh, is it? Well, maybe that's why. Look, I have my 45 earrings and bracelet on today, so maybe that's why.
It's a theme.
Okay, GSH. Okay, so anyway, these are done. Whew,
okay, we're going to have the giggles today. Sorry.
Oh, this is going to be a fun podcast. So, yeah, I get to wear these. And much to your non-surprise, I have other ones that I started the same time as these that I need to finish. So, I think last time we podcast, I said this would be my podcast knitting till I finished them.
Well, there you go.
And I finished them at home, so yay.
Just in
All right.
time. The weather is now like 85 and humid, so that's going to be fun to wear.
Whatever. I have them on right now. I have hand knit socks on right now. So
I have 2 finished objects. Do you have more finished objects?
I do. I have another finished object.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do both of these at the same time because they're kind of for the same reason.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
All
Kay,
right.
hey Kay, how are you,
Hey,
Kay? I know you're watching, Kay.
Okay. So, a little sad
Can
note.
you say Kay one more time?
And
Okay, you're going to make me cry now.
Okay.
Go
Some
ahead.
of you might have seen on my Instagram, those of you that follow me, we lost a friend a couple weeks ago. Unexpectedly, she was very young, much younger than we are. And she was an amazing quilter and a great knitter. She was part of our Monday knitting group. And when she passed, she was working on chemo hats. And she was such a generous, kind-hearted person. She always used the best yarn she could get, and she did such wonderful things for people. And so I decided I'm going to continue on in her memory and make chemo hats and donate them. So my plan is to do at least 2 a month. So we'll see how that works. Hopefully I'm going to be able to keep up with that. And the first one I did is a free pattern called Seamless Hat in Bluebell Rib for a Lady. Although I don't know why it couldn't be for a guy too, depending on. So
I would think it could be.
And so this is in Hand Knits by Elena is the designer. And here's the hat.
It's really pretty.
It was very pretty.
It does
and
look
it
like
was,
bluebells.
Yeah, and it was very quick. I haven't knit with worsted weight in so long, I forgot
How fast it
how
goes.
fast it goes. It was like, wow, I got this hat done in 2 days. So this was the first one, and this is in the Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. I love that yarn.
I love this wool.
I love yarn.
There's one of the.
Wait.
It's the worst.
I love this yarn. That's what it's called. And it's really soft for an acrylic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm impressed with it. It's not like Red Heart, which is kind of scratchy in my opinion. But so that's one. And then the second one is also a free pattern. It's called That Easy Guernsey Hat. And again, it is. And this was the rest of the ball of the Hobby Lobby yarn.
That's cool.
And I thought I finished this. I had about that much done, and I finished it Friday night when the RO was playing at the Carolina Home and Garden.
Oh, was he there?
Yeah,
Huh.
he was there, so I just sat there and knitted for.
So you were there too?
I was there. So.
Can I see that one? Because
Yeah.
the top of it is different than the.
It is.
That's cool.
It is. It kind of looks like. I
Did
don't
you
know.
try it on your melon?
I did
to
not.
see what it looked like on the
I did
melon
not.
versus that construction? Are you having a hot flash
I
now
am.
too?
Mm, My coffee's kicking in.
It's pretty though.
I thought so.
Yeah, then that is super soft
Yes.
for an acrylic.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
I thought so too. So, and I've also pulled a bunch of yarn out of my stash to
That's the
to
great thing
use.
about it.
Well, that's the nice thing about having a stash, and I have a bunch of yarn that's been sitting there that I've not used
Right.
in years. So I thought, you know what? I'm
That's a
just
good
going to make
way.
hats, and then I'll have room to buy more yarn too.
Right on.
But I'm putting it in this bag. My chemo hats, Pam made me this for Christmas a couple years ago, and cute little sheep, and then pretty pink fabric. So we will miss her terribly.
What was her handle on Instagram? At PJO
PJO Rock.
PJO
Yes.
Rock. If you want to see some beautiful quilt tops
Yes.
that she made, go check her Insta page. I guess I'm assuming it's still up.
It is still up. I'm not sure if it's private or not.
Oh, okay.
But you can go check and
Yeah,
see.
you can go check and see because she
Yeah.
did some
Yes.
gorgeous quilts,
Mm.
and she was a great seamstress, sewist, whatever you want to
Yeah.
call,
And a good friend.
and funny as all get out. funny as I'll get out. She had that, well, to me, the kind of sense of humor I like.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway. Okay, moving on before I get all,
verklempt.
Yeah, whatever that word is that you always say that I'm not sure how to pronounce. Okay, so we're still on FOs?
Yes.
Okay. So, remember last time I still have to change my things around.
That's right. It's a paid for pattern.
Yes, it is.
Don't be getting yourself in trouble.
Apparently, I am on a roll.
Okay.
With Lisa Much and Northbound Knitting. I don't know why, but I finished. Last time I showed you guys the auspice shawl. And I was knitting it with one of the Color Club, the January, February Color Club. It was a January color called Winter Cabin. I have this much left. And I have not blocked this, and the ends have been woven in, but they've not been cut because I've not blocked it yet. But here it is.
That's really pretty.
Oh, it's so much fun. So much fun. So, you can't see on this edge, there's a...
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's smaller than what I thought it was going to be. Maybe it'll, when I block it, it'll block out bigger.
Yeah.
But it's short rows, and for some reason right now I'm just really into short rows. I don't know why, but isn't it beautiful?
Yes. I do like that. It'll get bigger, because remember our Treomoltes? They were like close to this size.
Yeah.
When we made them, and then they were like, whoa.
Well, like the last one that I did of hers.
The Viscount?
No, the last shawl.
Slain.
Yes, it was huge when I blocked it.
Yeah,
I mean, it came out much bigger than what I thought. And this one came out much smaller than, anyway, we'll see. I love the colors, though. I don't know why I'm in such a gray deal right now, and I love this end where it has all the...
Right, all the little eyelets.
Yeah, because see, you can see it hanging down her back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys can... Oop, that's got pattern on it. Never mind. You can see it up there, too, a little bit.
Yeah, and look how big the holes are on hers. It's gonna,
yeah, it's gonna grow.
See how big they are? It's gonna get...
Yeah, I certainly hope so.
Right. It will.
It doesn't really matter if it does or not. I love it. So, once I get my square... Man, I had a whole bag to bring you. Once I get my square done, I'll pass this on to you, and then you can pass it on to whoever for memories
minis,
and minis, that kind of thing. So that's finished, and I think, that's all I got for.
That's your finish.
That's all my faux.
That is all my finished things too.
Well, that's not bad though. Okay, so whips.
We'll move on to whips.
Works in progress. So, I'm working on the whip in my lap, which is my podcast knitting for today, is the Lounging Tee by Joji Locatelli. This is for our Texas Tank or Tea cow, which is hashtag, put it down here at the bottom, please.
Oh, okay.
Uppercase T, lowercase n, uppercase T, K-A-L, so that you don't have to type out Texas Tank or Tea cow.
But you can if you want to.
You can if you want to, but it just makes it easier. And I forget to go check that hashtag.
Right.
But anyway.
Well,
whatever,
and if you try to keep it all under one hashtag, it's easier for us to go and look.
Exactly.
See.
And the TNT just is easier than having to type all that other
Because as we've mentioned, we're not the brightest.
No. But so anyway, I am on one part. Let me put my Lisa needle.
That's right.
Thanks, Lisa at the Knit Nook. Obviously, I don't know how to operate them.
Well.
Shush. So this is one, don't ask me what if it's the front or the back. I don't know yet. I'm just knitting it as the things tell me to do, as the instructions say. I had to do short row shaping up here at the top. And I've got, well, let me take off my handy dandy
look at that
wrist ruler.
Measuring device.
Make sure I'm on the inches and not the centimeters. And I have to get to 7 inches.
Close.
Well, I'm stretching it a little bit. So we'll call that 6 inches. 7 inches until I can change and do something different. Oh no, 7.5. Are you kidding me? I thought it was 7.
Surprise!
Okay. So I got to get to 7.5 inches. and then I can change and do something different. And then I guess at some point I join something in the round, and then I'm knitting it in the round. It's a different construction for me. So anyway, that is knit. I'm knitting this on a size. Hold on. Let me go to my nifty personalized Notions Keeper and get out my needle gauge. Actually, well, that's for booty call. So, what size am I knitting this on?
I'm going with the 6.
Well, you would be wrong because it's a 4.
Whoa.
I'm knitting it on a size 4. And the yarn that I'm knitting it with is some of my hand dyed, which was just a goof.
It wasn't a goof. It was a color you didn't think you'd like.
Right, on yak. So
now, see, and I think that's pretty like
it
that.
is pretty like this, but, well, we had that discussion. Anyway.
We did.
And I'm keeping this in my Awesome Bags by Granny jellyfish bag. There's her tag. And my, is that K? With my pins, my various
Good morning,
pins.
Tanya.
Good morning, Tanya. Hi, how are you? We're podcasting. So that's being kept in there. And, okay, so I think, is that everything I need to tell about that?
I think so.
I think. All right, that's for our, again, taxes.
Tax day, tank and tea cow. Tank or tea cow.
What she said. Hashtag T and T
We
cow.
don't even know what it's called. Make a tank or tea.
I know what it says.
Tag us
what
in
it's
your
called. I
pictures.
just can't say it.
Or, go to the Full of Knit podcast on Instagram and look at one of our pictures, and the hashtag will be there.
Yeah. And there's chatter thread, and there's an FO thread. And while it's on my mind.
On Ravelry.
Yes. While it's on my mind, Phoenix Fire, Tracy, she's finished a garment, but it's in the chatter thread. Move it over to the FO thread, because that's where we'll draw for the prize from.
Yes.
All right. So I said that. Yay.
Yes.
I can mark that off the list. Okay.
All right. So my whip for the tax tank tea
Tax day
turtles,
cow.
tutus, whatever cow is the AURELIE tank by Carol Feller.
That is so pretty.
See, this is a paid pattern. It's from Interweave.
It's
And
so gorgeous.
you have to go to their website to get it. You can find it on Ravelry, but to purchase it, you have to go to the Interweave website. So it's got beads. Beads all around the straps and the necklines, and then this cute little detail that's going to be at the hem.
All
Not the
around
hem.
or just one side?
No, it's going to be like
Up one of the seams?
side, yeah, like the side right here where
Uh-huh.
it splits right
Yeah.
down at the bottom of it.
Oh, that'd
Yeah,
be cool.
it's going to be on both sides, I believe.
Cute.
So
Cute,
this is an
cute.
interesting construction for me. It's been a little fidgety, in my opinion, but here it is. You had to start with one strap, and you made that, and then you made the other strap, and then hooked it together, and then you did the same thing for the back.
Looks like a bra right now.
It does. It's going to be really cute, though.
I should have brought my fuzzy uterus.
I know, but look how cute it's going to be.
That's going to be that, and that is so you. Oh my God, that is so
It's gonna be
you.
so cute. I was going to do that Aya tank. I think y'all saw on the last podcast, but I couldn't find the yarn I wanted to do that.
Wasn't it a sport weight?
It was a sport weight, and it was Miss Babs, and if I ordered it, I wanted to be able to start when everybody else was starting.
Right.
So
I gotcha.
we had this yarn. This is Serena by Manos de Uruguay, and it is a 60% alpaca and a 40% cotton blend, and it's in the chambray colorway.
It's really pretty.
Yes.
What
and
is...
it's a sport weight. It's a sport weight DK, a 4 to 6 needle.
Yeah, and what is
US.
the fiber makeup?
Alpaca and cotton.
Oh, let me see.
So I think it'll be okay
That's
enough to
nice.
wear in the summertime here without like roasting.
Well, yeah, and it's a tank. I mean, that's truly a tank.
yes.
Like that could be almost a layering piece if you
Right.
didn't have
I'm
the-
thinking in the wintertime, it can be something that I wear under a cardigan.
Yeah.
Right. So you had to string all the beads as you went. Not as you went, before you started. So I sat there one day. Tanya came in to knit with me, and I just sat there and strung beads while we chatted. And I was supposed to string like 560 beads. Ended up doing 725. But I'll have it's better to have too many than
better
not
safe
enough.
than sorry.
And that's what the pattern says too. It says make sure you put some extra just in case.
Right.
And then you separate the here's my bead ball.
So pretty. Those beads are so pretty with it.
These. Oh, you know what?
I thought you went downstairs.
I went downstairs. I went downstairs to get the beads.
And that must be something about that phrase that clicks in your brain, because I said the same thing, and you go, "Oh, let me go get the container." When I said, "Oh, they're so pretty,"
yeah,
still didn't go get it.
I went downstairs. I didn't get it.
Menopause brain. That's what I'm.
Anyhow, they're just 6mm beads.
Super cute.
And
very pretty.
I thought these were pretty. They kind of look like river rocks to me.
And they go perfectly with that yarn.
Yeah, I thought so too. And so I've finished with the beads now on the top part. So I separated the yarn, and then I'll be holding back the rest of this.
So where else do you have to use the beads?
Just at the hem again.
Okay, so all right.
So that's just going to sit there until I get down to the bottom of it, and I'll just start. Here's the caked up yarn.
That's really, and that feels really nice too.
Yeah, it does. It's really soft, and so I'm very excited. And this is done on, I believe it's size 5. Come back here. Yes, size 5 needles. And I'm using my Chiaogu interchangeables so I can just change the needle. And then I don't have to put these on holders. I just put stoppers on the cord and take the needles off.
Yep.
So that's the nice thing about interchangeables.
Yep.
You can just leave the cord on there. And I've got maybe about 10 more rows before I can join the whole thing in the round.
Wow.
And this
You'll knock that out in no time.
Yeah, and it's got
once you get
like
to that
dart
point.
shaping, so it's not going to be just like a straight down
right
tank top. It's going to kind of be more feminine and fitted. So we'll see how it works out.
Once you get that in the round, though, you'll probably
you'll
knock
be
it
able
out
to
in no
just
time.
whip it. Yeah,
because you're a pretty decent knitter.
Oh. So yeah, this is the first time I've ever made anything like that, and I've used beads before, but not quite to this extent. Not in a garment. I've done it in a shawl.
Yeah.
So
well, it's going to be pretty.
Yeah, thank you. I think so too. You'll see.
My sweater knitting mojo is not as high as what I had anticipated or wanted it to be. Partly because I think on the last podcast I said I was going to kind of cheat and I was going to go with my Tanya that I already had.
Oh, yeah.
Cast on. Well, I didn't bring it, but I think you could tell from the picture, right? Couldn't you tell from the picture? It's twisted again.
That's like, what, the second or third time?
I know it's the second
time.
I don't know that there's going to be a third time.
I don't blame you. That would be frustrating.
It's very frustrating. And, I mean, I thought, the last time I got all the stitches on there, I ran a really thin piece of yarn through all the stitches and pulled them all to the inside.
Right.
And it was white, so I could see it. I pulled all the stitches to the inside. And I even knit a row.
Right.
Without going in the round first.
Yeah.
And still, so I guess it's just not meant for me to knit it, which is disheartening because I love that sweater. But I'll find something else that's a top down.
Right.
And that's similar to it that'll fill that void at some point. Right now, it's just, I'm going to have to just frog it, put that yarn away, and not look at it.
What about that Maritimo? Is that top down?
I don't know, but I can check and see.
Yeah.
But right now, I need to concentrate on this lounging tee.
Right.
I'm trying to get my sweater mojo back because I want to finish the Ingle sweater. I'm almost done with the color work on that, and then it'll just be zipping around.
Right. That would be good podcast knitting.
Yep. So I just need to get that. But I gotta tell you, Lisa Much, she's dancing on my last nerve, and I'll show you more in the booty call. Wow. Oh, I don't know what's up with that, but
so what else you got you working on?
I have one more. Oh, it's right there. And when I saw Karen's post the other night, for the chemo hat knitting about our friend Pam. Of course, because I don't want to miss out and I want to be a part of the crowd.
Well, you want to
because I want to
honor
do
her
too.
as
Yes.
well.
And I don't have a lot of worsted stash,
Mm-hmm.
but I have some like bastard balls of things that are pretty that I've already knit the garment, whatever.
Yeah.
So this will be perfect for that.
Right.
And so in my mid-mitten bag that has the clear thing on the outside, I cast on the Angel Hat by Kay Jones from the Bakery Bears. This is a free pattern on Rav. It's a great pattern. I knit one of these in my summers, just hanging on with the mohair. Did I show that on the podcast? I did, didn't I?
You did.
I've already knit one of these. It's a great
You've gotten
pattern.
half the ladies at the Knit Nook doing that too. They keep.
What?
They're doing that angel hat.
Oh, are they?
They've
Yay.
bought your
mohair.
mohair.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I've gotten this far. This is Malabrigo worsted in the Deja Vu colorway. I have a sweater out of this. A cardigan.
Yeah.
I almost wore it today, but then I thought, oh, if I get hot, and then what do? I put on a sweat jacket. Anyway. So I've gotten this far with that, and
It's really pretty in the Malabrigo.
isn't it? And
Is
then
that
this is,
the Macha?
no, it's worsted.
Oh, it's the worsted. Oh,
Malabrigo
okay.
worsted.
Okay.
And I've got my little.
She probably said that. I wasn't listening.
I did. You weren't. With my not safe for work stitch marker, bitch please, because that reminded me of Pam.
Right.
And I have it, and this was part of Booty Call. My skein squisher, my skein wrap, my skein condom, whatever you want to call it, that I got from Hope Knit Yarn. I'll talk all about that in a little bit. So I
That's
think
really pretty.
that unless I find another pattern, that this
gonna
might
make a
be
bunch
my
of those.
and it to me,
Well,
it being an
pretty.
angel hat.
And in different colors. Personally, I think it could be for male or female. Don't you think?
Yeah, but it just
Depending on the color. Because, I mean, I know a lot of people say, well, guys lose their hair. Guys, it's
Don't
okay
care.
for... Yeah,
but not for guys who are vain about it.
Well, but not for men who've had a full head of hair and
Or
have lost it due
It's
to
the winter
illness.
time and their head's
and their
cold.
head's cold. Right.
Because even guys who voluntarily do that, their head still gets cold in the wintertime.
Right.
So yeah, I think that I'll probably get bored of that and find another one. Like I like that Guernsey one that you did. But it just
That would look pretty in Malabrigo too.
yeah, the pattern and the name of the pattern for what it's for
Yeah.
in her honor
Yeah.
and memory
I think
meant
that's
something
nice.
to me. So
yeah.
that's that, and that's really all that I've been working on. My faux and the sweater and that. Actually, I did a mitten. Remember I showed you a mitten that I had cast on? That I got the Barocco wool from, Ultra wool from Knit Nook. So I got the one finished, and I cast on the other one. And I knit the whole cuff and got ready to start the palm, the hand part, whatever. And I looked down at the needle and I thought, shit, that's the wrong size needle. So I was like, okay, that's because you do a smaller one for the cuff, obviously. It was supposed to be a 5. And then you do the 7 on the whatever. This is a free pattern on Rav, right? Okay, so I'm not telling any juice. Okay, so I look in my bag and I was like, well, the 7s were out of the package.
Right.
So I'm thinking to myself, does that mean I'm supposed to start with them? Or I ended with them and I just didn't put them away because I have everything in the bag.
Right.
So when I looked at the pattern, it was like, oh, okay, that's the body of it. I need to take the smaller needle. So I pull the smaller needle out and I start knitting and I get the whole cuff done. It's supposed to be a 5. It was a 6, but it was in my 5 package.
Oh, man.
So then I'm thinking, well, crap. Did I knit the other one with the 5?
Right.
But I don't think I did. I think I knit it with the 6 because I had everything in the bag. I hadn't taken anything out. You know what I memean? So I just knit the cuff with a size bigger needle than what it called for. So now I just got to cast it just so they're a match. I'll do it. But yeah, I was like, God, how confusing. Now I don't know where the
the other
size
one
5's
is.
at. I don't know where it is. I looked all over for it. I don't know where it's at. I'll keep it somewhere. It'll turn. Oh, I like that one too.
This is...
Oh, that's
Knitting
Daddy.
This is my
Yay.
next chemo hat that I'm going to do. This is The Smoke in the City by Greg Cahoon, who is also the Knitting Daddy. They have the Unraveling podcast.
He lives here in North Carolina.
Yes.
Not too far away.
Yeah, that's how I got this pattern. I saw him at the Carolina Fiber Fest, and he had said, if you see him, come up and introduce yourself, and he gave you a card with a code on it for a free pattern. And this is the one that I chose. So, all I have is the cuff. But I had this. This is AURELIE Lace Merino worsted that I had bought.
Oh, I remember that.
For something, I don't know what, years ago. And I've been going through my stash.
No one ever does that,
Karen.
I know.
I had a pattern in mind for this because I had started it and then pulled it out. Because I didn't care for it, I guess.
I don't know anybody else that does that
either. So I thought, this will be
so
a nice, and I think, the Smoke in the City
that'll be perfect.
In this black, and then it'll be unisex. It'll be male or female hat. So, and these are on size 8. All the chemo hats I've been doing are on size 8 needle. So they go pretty quickly. So yeah. So I have another ball of this too.
If any of y'all, while we're talking about this, are interested in doing some charity knitting, you can always Google charity knitting, and a lot of different things will come up. You can check with your local hospital, chemo, if they have a chemo unit. You can even do it for babies in the nurseries and the NICUs.
I do preemie hats too.
Yeah, she does that. Well, I still have a package that I need to get to you to give to whoever next time you do send some off.
Right. I think we're gonna. Lisa at the Knit Nook, hi Lisa, said, if anybody wanted to do charity knitting there and stuff, that we could start a program and then just take the donations and
awesome, that'd be
get them
great
to the places that they need to
that would be awesome. So, but there's tons of places. There's knitted knockers. We do knitted knockers occasionally.
Yes.
And when I say occasionally, I mean like when we decide to knit some, and then we wait till we got a bunch of them to send off, and then you can look them up. They've got a pattern on Ravelry for crochet and or knit. So there's all kinds of charity knitting you can do. There's lap blankets for vets. I have a card at home. I should bring that next time. There's baby blankets. There's all kinds of charity knitting. So
whatever floats your boat. It's nice to give back a little bit of something. I'm what's the word I want? I guess lucky to be able to afford just about all the yarn that I want to have. And so I think it's, I don't know, I just feel called to
and I mean we've all any of us that have been knitting for quite some time, we've all bought stuff with a project in mind, and 4 years later
still have it
because you've lost interest in that project, and you're like, oh well, that doesn't suit my needs anymore, or it's not my taste anymore, or whatever, and then you're like, well, what am I going to do with this great yarn? Well, that's a way to do something great with it. Pay it forward, pass the love along, whatever you want to call it.
Well, either to make a project with it, or there's also in our town, the women's shelter. We have a lady who works at the women's shelter who comes to the Knit Nook every once in a while and picks up. We bring yarn and needles that we're not using, and she comes and picks it up to give to the people there. Some of them are crafters who've had to leave their homes with nothing, and then there are those that are there, abuse, so anxiety and issues like that, and teaching them to knit has helped with that kind of thing. So she takes that. So that's another way, if you don't feel like knitting projects, you can donate yarn, needles.
That's a great idea.
Even like cross stitch projects, whatever.
Handwork projects.
To keep your hands and your mind busy. I know, because we all, when I'm stressed, knitting, as long as it's not a crazy fiddly project like my tank top.
Vanilla knitting.
Yeah, vanilla knitting is a great zen. You can just kind of get out of your head and
be doing something at the same time.
Right.
Your knitting might be a little tight.
Yeah.
If
But
you're stressed. But I had a lady that was actually a customer at the beauty shop, who was going to knitting down at the web when we both worked there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she quit. And I saw her at the beauty shop one day, and I was like, "Why you don't go?" And she said that was her grief therapy.
Oh,
And when she was done grieving, I guess, then she quit knitting.
Oh.
So, but that was her grief therapy. You know, was to knit, and then whenever she was okay, then she just didn't feel the need to knit anymore.
Oh, wow.
So whatever works for you.
Well, yeah. If it fills a need at that point in your life.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I have a couple more whips. If anybody looked at my Instagram last night,
Karen is now knitting cat collars.
This is the little linen stitch bag by Cindy Walker of Stony Hill Fiberworks. It is a paid-for pattern. And I was working on this last night, and the youngest of the cats, who is a total nut job, stuck her head through it. She would not leave me alone. She was like, I have to have my head through this. So I let her put her head through it, and she sat there wearing this around her neck.
She's nuts.
And then she laid down and went to sleep with it around her neck. So I don't know if the whole thought process in her little kitty cat brain was to get me to stop knitting, or she had a cold neck. I don't know. She's got a lot of hair.
I wonder what would happen if you knit her a sweater.
She might like it. She always wants to be inside of whatever
Well,
I'm
she
knitting.
always was all over the corner-to-corner crochet blanket.
Yes, so.
And loved that.
So maybe I will do that. But it won't be this, because I can only work on this a little bit at a time because it hurts my hands.
Oh, because it's cotton and it's small?
Yeah, because it's cotton and it's tiny, but it is so pretty. Look at it.
It is really pretty.
This is the little eyelets right here where the drawstring will go. And it's supposed to be 6 inches deep, and I'm about 4 inches, 4.5 inches. So we got, I think I got about 10, 15 more rows. It's a tiny little bag. It's not tall at all. It's about like that. So it'd be a cute little sock project bag, or even a makeup bag. A tiny little purse.
For teeny tiny little keys.
For teeny tiny little key cats.
Keys, credit cards.
Oh, keys.
Speaking of credit cards, mine got compromised.
I know, you said that. Where you been waving that thing around? You know, she told me that, and I immediately went the next day and bought one of those wallets with the R. It's like a big wallet, though, but it's got the thing.
Protection thing?
Yeah. And I thought, it's a good idea.
I'm not really sure where it happened. I don't guess any of us ever know when it happens.
Right.
I did use it a couple times at the Fiber Fest. I would like to think that nobody at the Fiber Fest yanked it, but you don't know who's walking around there because
with one of those scanners.
Because there's a bunch of
women
nerds there who are going to be bringing that card out to buy stuff. You know, so you don't. I don't know. I don't use that card a lot in swipers, like at the gas pump or anything like that. I usually mostly use it for online, which it could have gotten stolen from there.
Yeah.
I don't know. But, so anyway, I got all that sorted. Yeah, I got that all sorted out. Be nice if the idiot that did it could take over the credit card balance and have to be responsible for that. But, yep, that doesn't happen. So anyway, okay.
So my last working project.
Working project.
Working project. It could be work in progress.
It could be.
But I like work in project. It's just a new sock cast on for the RO.
RO equals retired
one. Yeah.
Somebody always asks.
Said, I know, and somebody said, does it stand for a romantic one? And I was like, oh, how sweet. No.
Nope.
And this is the Cozy Knitter. This was the Yarn of the Month Club that I did last year, and the colorway is Suit and Tie. And it's...
Which he is so not.
I don't think he's worn a suit since we got married 30 years ago. But that's okay. So, it's kind of fun because the dark blue for the suit, the red for the tie, and then there's a light blue for the shirt.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
Isn't that
Yeah.
fun?
Yep.
So,
Cool.
yeah.
How many months did you do that club? Did you do it for a year?
I did it for the whole year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
I only did Northbound Knitting for 3 months. I wish I'd have done it for the next. She didn't do it by the year. She did it
Right.
every 3-month thing.
Yeah.
And I'll show you
Well,
why
I
didn't
did the
get-
monthly version where you paid by the month, and I guess you could have quit at any time. But it was kind of fun having
Yeah. Because every
a
podcast you
little
had a new
prize.
thing.
Yeah, it was
You
fun
had
to
new
get
booty call.
something new every month. But a year was enough.
Yeah. And you've knit right many of them, haven't you?
I have. There's still quite a few left, though.
Well, you got 12, and you've knit how many
Yeah.
pairs of socks with it? Right, many.
Probably used 4 out of the 12.
Well, the cool thing is they're all self-striping, so.
Right. And that's fun, so I don't have to do a pattern if I
Right.
don't want to. Just vanilla knit and let the stripes be the pattern,
All right.
which is fun.
Okay, so are we moving right along to booty call?
We are, because
Man, we're making good time
we
today.
are.
Check
Zip,
that out.
zam, zowie, and swoosh.
Okay, so several weeks ago, that yarn shop, our new LYS, Knit Nook down in Moorhead, had her year anniversary.
Yes.
She'd been in business.
Yep,
And
a
so
whole year.
We had a big shindig down there. It was a lot of fun. A lot of people came. She did a lot of prize giveaways. But while I was there,
Mhm.
I just could not resist any longer. I bought the Chagu mini twist set.
She's like, Karen, should I? I said, you're going to be sorry if you don't.
So I did. And I'm currently using the 4 on my sweater, on my Hohi sweater, and I'm using the 7 on the angel hat. So the cool thing was I cast on with the whatever the brim, you
Right.
know, with the smaller size, which I think was a 5 maybe. And then all I had to do was
change
twist
the
those
needle.
off
Yep.
and put my 7s on and keep on knitting. I want to fill in this side, but that'll have to be for another time. These are not inexpensive needles, but they are worth every penny you pay for them. If you got a birthday coming up, Mother's Day is coming up. When's your birthday?
The end of next month. A month from today, as a matter of fact.
Oh, it's
No.
in May.
Yeah.
End of May. Oh, I'll be home then.
Today's
okay.
the 29th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a
already
month
did.
from
We
today.
established that fact earlier. Mother's Day, Christmas, whatever. Put it on
Yeah.
your list, because if you knit with size 2 to 8, and then you can add up to size 15. It comes with cords. It comes with a
It's nice
needle
because
gauge.
they're the 4-inch tips, and they come with an 8-inch cord, which will give you a 16-inch needle, so you can do hats.
Yeah, you get pins, which is to
Tighten them.
tighten it up, and then there's see that little weird looking thing there that looks like that's stuck on the pin? That is where you can join 2 cords together to make a longer one. You get stoppers, which are the white things. You get those
Stitch
things,
markers.
what she said. And you get your cords, and you also get a needle gauge. So, like I said, it's not inexpensive, but it's worth it. If you figure up that you pay let's just say you pay on the average $10 for a set of,
For just one needle.
for
Fixed
one needle,
circular.
one fixed circular, you pay $10. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's $70 right there.
But even more because oh no, wait.
No,
I
there's,
don't remember when they go up. They're anywhere between 10 and $14.
right. Well, let's just say on an average.
Yeah.
That's $70 right there. Plus, you get like 3 different cords to get, and the connector
And the
where
cords
you
are
can
like
make
$8. Yeah.
you can make extra, longer needles or whatnot. So, really, you can't beat it, because if you say 3 times 70, that's what, $210.
Yeah.
And they're not $210.
Yeah.
So you're getting. Well, I got one cord there.
You get 2 8-inch cords, a 14 and a 22.
Okay, right, because I'm using 2 cords. Right.
I have this set too. Can you
So,
tell?
and each one of those makes a needle, each size. So you're still coming out better than if you buy fixed circulars.
Right.
So, I mean, this is probably my fourth set of interchangeable needles. I have 2 Addies, I've got the shorts and the long. And then I've got the Knitter's Pride.
Yeah, I have those too, the Dreams.
The wooden ones that are different colors, yeah. And then this one, so I guess it is 4 interchangeable sets. So I don't think I have knit with a straight needle in, I don't even remember how long.
The only straight needle I ever use is the little ones that I have for my Cozy Memories. The little 7-inch signatures.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only straight
and
needle.
And when I say straight needle, I don't mean a double point. I mean a straight needle that has an end.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a double point. That's a totally different animal. But
I use a lot of those to put my hair up in the summertime. The straight needles that I have.
Well, I mean,
I wind my hair up.
It just doesn't make any sense to me to knit with straight needles. When you can get a circular needle, you can knit straight with a circular needle. You can only knit straight with a straight
Right, you
straight
can't knit
needle.
Round.
You can knit in the round with a circ. You can straighten it with it. You can add on to whatever. So I mean, I can't even remember the last. If I were gonna buy any straight needles, it would be a set of signatures just for my blanket, like you did.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't see any need to do that. So anyway, so that's part of my booty call there. You want me to do it all and then you do all yours, or you want to go back and forth?
I only have one thing. I mean, I bought this yarn to make my tank with.
Right.
So there was that. Right. But I'll just do this one from the 1-year anniversary at the Knit Nook. I got this little kit. Cute little bag made by Lisa. And then this Sheep Dip Dye Works anniversary color exclusively for Knit Nook. And they are all numbered. I got number 18 of 24 because I went through them like a rabid little hamster and picked out
because you could
because I got firsties and picked out the one that I liked. I love this rusty color, so that's it. And this is 75/25 and it's 460 yards and then 46 yards of the little mini. So I can't wait. I'm going to make cute little socks with this.
Awesome.
Yes. So, but that's it for booty call for me.
That's it for your booty call?
Yeah. Oh, wait, I did get I got a couple presents.
Where is my
bag?
Did I throw it back? I did.
I got, the RO brought me home this pen.
I love that pen. Where did he get that?
The other night at Bake Bottle and Brew in Swansboro, North Carolina.
I love that.
So he brought me that one, and then Tanya brought me this one from England. It's the Kitty Cafe in Nottingham.
Aww.
Yeah. Oh, and then I got that one at the Fiber Fest. I don't think I showed it last time.
That's a big cat.
Well, it looks like my Sophie cat. And
Yeah.
she has that look on her face 99% of the time. So.
Yeah,
and she's like, Karen, I am just so disgusted with you.
I like the zero fox given.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And then I got this bag as a present. Lisa went on a cruise. And she brought me back a backpack.
Is that where she went?
Yes, she did.
Last
she
week?
went for a whole week and left me in charge. And since I didn't burn the shop down, I got a prize. Everything was one piece and nothing got burned down. So yeah, I thought this was really cute. And it's in my colors.
Why are they selling a no fox given pen at a beer place? Does
Well,
it have to do something with
they have a little gift store downstairs.
Okay.
It's called the Willy Nilly Warehouse. And they have really cute, funky gifts and stuff like that.
All right.
Beer koozies and pins and stuff like that.
Had no clue, but all right. Yay. Okay, so.
All right, so now you can go through all the cool stuff you got.
Wait. Lisa Much needs to stop posting on the Instagram is all I can say.
Either that or you need to stop following her, right?
Yeah, what you said. Okay, so I joined her January, February, March club. And this was the third colorway.
Ooh, that one's pretty.
This is a Superwash BFL colorway, 100% Superwash BFL, which is blue face Leicester. It comes from a sheep. 438 yards, and the colorway is Showers. So that's pretty. There's purples, all different colors in there. I could take it apart, but I'm not going to. So I got that one as part. That was my last club, which came 2 days after our last.
Of course,
podcast.
of course.
That's just how it's going. And then she posted these new sets that she calls Morph.
Oh, like a fade.
She doesn't call it a fade. She calls it a morph, but yes, similar to a fade. So that the colors morph into each other. And she also designed shawl patterns to go with this.
Oh, cool.
Cool. I think I've decided on which shawl pattern. I posted on, I believe, the podcast IG account and mine. I reposted when she did the shawls because she did 4 of them. And then she put up the morphs. I forget how many morph sets she had on there. All different color. I mean, any color you wanted. Greens, blues, purples, whatever. So I chose this set. And because I was treating myself, I got the Merino Silk DK. Now they're DK weights. So it's 50% superwash merino and 50% silk, 230 yards of DK weight. I think you can order them in different weights, if I'm not mistaken. But for the shawls, it's a DK weight, and I want to make one. Duh. So the first one is Kitten, which is a beautiful, beautiful
It's almost
gray.
a purpley gray, isn't it? It looks like.
I don't know. Handle it more and see. And then the next one, the middle color, is a color that I have. What's the word I'm looking for? What's the word whenever you are envious and you want it really, really bad? Anyway.
Oh, FOMO.
That and
missing out.
This color, but this colorway is called Metallurgy. And I have been, ever since I found out who she was, I have been looking at this color and looking at this color and looking at this color because look at that.
That's pretty. That's you.
That is so pretty. So that would be the next color in the shawl, whichever one I do that morphs. And then the last one is called Sorcery.
I like that one too.
Yeah. So together.
See, now to me that's a true fade. Some of the fades that I've seen are like
stripy.
Are more like stripes.
Well, now this is going to stripe. These two would stripe right here because this is a solid. This one wouldn't be as noticeable because it's a lighter color.
Right.
But that I can't think of the name of the shawl that I think I'm going to do with this. But it's DK and it'll go quick. But that. And this colorway, I told myself, if there is a set that has metallurgy in it, I'm getting it. Because I've been wanting this colorway and didn't really care what I got it in. I just never did do it. You know what I mean? And so when she did this with the pattern and the grouping them together, I thought, okay, it's mine. So, happy birthday early to me.
There you go.
So that,
I'll put those in there while you show your others.
Okay. And then, I think we, on the last podcast, we were talking about Fiberfest and the Stephen West Speckled Fade. Wrap, shawl, scarf, whatever you want to call it. That I finished. I gave to Shelly at Hope Knit Yarn because I knit it out of her yarn. Mama got a new dress, Double Trouble and Blue Devil Cocktail. And a week or so ago, I got a message from her that said, I sent you something. Here's a tracking number just in case your porch pirate's around.
Yeah.
That was funny to me.
Never heard it called that before. That is kind of funny.
Isn't it?
Well,
so then,
it's funny, but it's not funny.
No, I mean, the words are funny.
Right.
The action's not funny. And then like a day or two later, it showed up on my, and I love her bags. I always know when it's her.
Yeah.
So what was in the bag was, and Sneaky Pete over here, when I send her a message, she's like, oh, I wondered what she was going to send you because we chatted and I was like, both of y'all are sneaking.
It was so hard for me not to tell because I wanted to so bad.
So I got a nice thank you note from her. I got a Hope Knit yarn.
Is that a magnet?
It's a magnet.
Oh,
I just got to find
cool.
something metal to stick it on. Hold on. Oh, no, that won't work. So I got a magnet. I got the skein coat that was on my bag, my hat. Then I got this skein coat that's got lammies. Are they lammies? I guess they're lammies.
Alpacas, something. Sheepses.
Anyway.
Some sort of woolly creature.
And I love her little tag. It says Haute Knit Yarn Cozy. Instead of Haute Knit Yarn, she just had a little cozy on there. So there's that. And then I got, and both of these are in her McQueen Silk Sock fingering base. It's a 80% superwash merino, 20% silk, 400 yards. This is 1 tequila. And then when Karen said, "Oh yeah, it was hard for me to pick out, but I told her what." Yeah, I thought, well, they're liquor based, so that makes all the sense in the world that Karen helped pick these out. So there's 1 tequila.
That's pretty.
And then this one is Who Drank the Tequila. I've thought seriously about going and ordering the other ones for the set because she has a whole tequila set.
Right. And look how pretty those are together.
Isn't that pretty?
Yes.
So I might go on there and see what the other ones, because I've still got Etsy credit.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but that right there is really pretty. That's both of us right there.
That's really pretty.
Yeah. No idea what I'll make with it, but maybe I'll make a Lisa Much shawl.
Yay! Maybe.
And a nice thank you note. So thank you, Shelly. That was very sweet. I did not expect anything like that at all. So that was very nice. Thank you so much. If you all have never bought Shelly's yarn or checked her out, go to her Etsy shop, Haute Knit Yarn. She's also starting her own website. She'll still have the Etsy, but she'll be going to do it. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what her email said. Follow her on Insta. Follow her on Facebook. She has a group on Facebook, Haute Knit Yarn and Tell, I think it's called. She does beautiful stuff. I have a lot of her yarn. I think she's one of the very few dyers that I have multiple skeins of. Yeah. So I just really like her stuff. Don't know why. It just hits me the right way.
Hey,
so
you like what you like.
That's right. All right. Oh, and I got one more booty call. Now this is kind of sort of knitter related, kind of not. A couple weeks ago, we did an event at work, and we had a 31 bag rep there, and she had these cute things. Look
how cute.
Got a little pocket on the outside, and I did not know till I got it home and unzipped it that it's thermal.
Yeah, it's like a lunch bag.
Yeah, I didn't know that. See? And I got my Dr. Peppers in it today, so I didn't have to use Karen's refrigerator. But there's different bags with this green and orange motif on it from the 31 people. There's like a square one that looks like I don't know what you would use it for. She was using it for people to put drawing, she was doing a giveaway.
Yeah.
But when I saw the llama, alpaca, whichever critter it is, which is it? The alpaca?
I know, it looks like an alpaca to me, but
I had to have it, and she gave us each one, so that was really cool. So,
that is cute. Contact
your nearest 31 representative, and you too make it have one. I'm assuming they're still available. So, I wanted just to mention one more time about the Tax Day Tank or T-Cow, hashtag TNTCow, lowercase n, the rest of it uppercase. We're going to give the giveaway for that is going to be a $30 gift certificate to Etsy. So be sure and post in the FO thread because that's where we're going to draw from. So Tracy, Phoenix Fire, if you'll also post over in the finished thread, FO thread, because I'd like for you to at least have a chance to win. I think that's everything, isn't it?
That is it.
Nothing else that we need to talk about? Y'all, find you somebody that sews. This is the greatest thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kathy is also talented. So, moving on.
Which one is this?
To our beer portion of the podcast. This is another one of our beers that we got in Raleigh when we were at the Carolina Fiber Fest.
Apex.
Yes.
At the
The beer dispensary.
Yep, that place.
This is called Chocolate Like It's Hot.
That's funny.
It is a chocolate chili stout.
Is this the one that the girls chose that they wanted us to try? The girls in the group?
I don't remember, probably.
I think it was.
And this is got, it's from Nickel Point Brewing Company in Raleigh, with cocoa nibs from Videri Chocolate Factory, which is also in Raleigh. And this is, 7.9% alcohol. So,
Wow.
let's give it a try. And look, I got us big girl glasses today.
What?
I know.
We growed up.
We have.
Oh, let me get my things put away. It was either this one or is there a chocolate cherry?
There is
one?
a chocolate cherry.
Maybe that's the one they picked was a chocolate cherry one. Maybe. I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know. They'll know. If you're watching, you can comment and remind us which beer it is that y'all chose as a group for us to. Look at you. You act like you've done that before.
I have done that a time or two. These are my glasses from Adroit Theory Brewing Company, which is in Virginia.
Cool. Okay.
So,
cheers.
Cheers.
Here we go.
We're waiting for it to see if it's hot.
There's a
little tingle.
There's a little tingle on the back end, yeah.
Well, that's good. It's not so hot that we're like, ooh, we're not drinking this.
No, actually, I could.
Yeah.
This is pretty good. Where does it say the chili thing? Oh, it doesn't say anything about a chili. Okay.
No, it just says it's a chocolate chili stout. It doesn't say.
Well, it said where the cocoa came from. That's why I was wondering if it was telling us.
So
what
have
kind
y'all
of,
seen that crazy challenge? The
one you throw cheese at your baby?
No, that's not a challenge. That's just stupidity.
Which challenge is this?
Okay. The chocolate that's got the Carolina Black Reaper pepper, which is like the hottest pepper.
I think it is the hottest pepper
ever created.
I think it is.
Mankind, yes. But it's like a little square of chocolate, and it comes in this box. Mm-hmm. And I guess for every purchase, they donate money to prostate cancer research.
Oh, okay.
Because I guess when it comes out, it burns you a new one. But but it's like horrible. I don't know why people do this. You watch people eat this.
Right.
And oh my gosh, they're like getting sick and like bursting into flames. I mean, it's just
this has got a little
on the back why end. I'll just donate $5.
Yes, no doubt.
And
well, everybody
not burn my intestinal system.
Everybody,
out.
There's a show. Where did I find it? On YouTube, I think, called Hot Ones, and it's a guy who I can't think of his name, Sean something, and he has a famous person, a personality on the other side, and he's got, I forget, 10 or 12 wings lined up, and they start with the not so hot sauce, and as he's interviewing the person, they're eating the wings, so they keep stepping it
hotter
up.
and hotter and
yeah,
hotter.
it is hilarious,
and then they start sweating.
Yeah, because some of the people that you think that would just zip right through that and have no problem, they're like, can't handle it. And then other people, you're like, oh, they're going to go out early or whatnot.
Right.
They zip right on through them the whole time, talking, doing the interview, patting their head a little bit. And some of them are just like, just about to die.
Yeah.
But it's pretty funny. Yeah. I watch that occasionally. And they do the pepper thing. They tell you what the Scoville units is on each hot sauce and what it's called. And that's pretty funny. This nice
is pretty good. I would give it a thumbs up.
It's very different. I would too.
It's got a little tingle. But it's not so hot that...
It's just enough to make you aware.
Yeah, that there's something...
Yeah, I would do this one. I would drink this one again. Yeah. Chocolate like it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can. You can't stare at it too long.
I know.
It's like you're in the 70s. 60s. Woo. I worked with a girl who had a pair of pants like that, and all day long she was walking around. I'm like, they're like a strobe light.
You have to stop.
Quit moving. Yeah, this is good.
This is good.
Definitely give this a thumbs up.
Well, do we have anything else we need? Any more words of wisdom we need to impart to our not so adoring public?
That was our not so adoring public. We still want to hit 500 subscribers, so you people get on the ball.
Seriously.
Get your
We might not have
everybody.
any friends, but y'all gotta have some.
Yeah, all both of mine already is subscribed, so.
Mine too.
Well, you're one of mine.
I know. So I subscribe.
That's
I even
funny.
made the hubby and my kid subscribe.
I made my kid subscribe too.
I didn't make him. He just thought it was hilarious that his mother had.
Your
something
kid
on
did it
YouTube.
voluntarily. I had to
He
make
did.
mine.
No. And he even told his friends.
Actually, I didn't make him. I just shamed him until he did. Till he got tired of me bugging him. Why won't my pen right?
I was like, well, you don't have to watch it. You just have to subscribe.
Yeah. He's, I'm going to go see him on the 9th. I can't wait. Can't wait to go see my boy. Been a while. I'm trying to think how long it's been since he was home. You know, last year his stepmom did a surprise birthday party for him.
Yeah.
So, all right. Are we done?
I think we are done.
Nothing else to talk about? All right.
Nothing that y'all need to know.
All right. Well, we'll see you next time. Maybe, depending on schedules. I'd like for it to be closer than a month, but it is what it is.
Maybe when we get to the midpoint of the
cow.
Yeah, that thing.
The TNT cow.
Yes, and then we will check in with y'all.
All right.
But until then, we're going to drink some beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.